Everybody knows Escobar, but only few people remembers Gustavo, the only man that's more dangerous than Pablo Escobar himself. They call him Gustavo Gaviria, and he's the cousin brother of Pablo, his close friend and right-hand man. And above all, he's the real mastermind that helped build one of the deadliest drug empire for modern history. From the day of his death, everything started to crumble for Escobar and the cartel. Before the $1 billion, before cocaine, before the dangerous Medellin cartel, Pablo and Gustavo were just two young guys that drop out of school and started small crimes like car theft and other mini-crimes while growing up. They sell contraband goods and even sold fake lottery ticket, and it's from that year they lent the biggest rule in crime business and how to bend the system in their favor. Then in the 70s, demand for cocaine blew up for America, and Pablo saw a very good opportunity. While he focused on expansion, Gustavo focused on structure. If you are seeing our video for the first time, please support by liking our video and subscribing to our new channel. It won't cost you anything. Thanks as you do so. Escobar becomes the face of this empire, while Gustavo is the engine because through him they handle everything like money, routes and pilots, Hitler Lobo and secret communication network, and even smuggling operation. So while Pablo make headlines, Gustavo makes sure billions of dollars continue to flow. And without him, possibly there would have been no empire. But Pablo made one mistake that changed everything because he want power. Not criminal power, he want political power. And because of this, he joined Colombian politics. But Gustavo hated this idea so much because he believed that criminals survive when they stay invisible because politicians attract investigation. So Gustavo warned Escobar about it, but you see Pablo Escobar never listen. Then, after he became an alternate member of Congress, a journalist known as Rodrigo entered the picture and publicly exposed Pablo Escobar dirty business aside politics. Escobar was very annoyed and ordered his execution. The whole country was shocked by this incident, and overnight Colombian government declared war on Pablo. They created one special unit called Search Block, and their only mission was to destroy Escobar. They raid houses, track phones, and even interrogate informants. And during this process, they discover something very important, that Gustavo is not just Escobar's cousin, but is also the real operational mastermind. So they decided to hunt him first. So in 1990, they tracked down Gustavo, and according to police, they said he died during a shootout. Official reports state Gaviria died in an hour-long, 15-minute shootout involving automatic weapons and hand grenades after police breached his fortified bunker. However, conflicting theories persist. Pablo Escobar maintained that his cousin was actually kidnapped, tortured, and executed by law enforcement before the shootout occurred. Gustavo's death deeply affected Escobar, given their deep personal and professional relationship. Nonetheless, Escobar did not attend his cousin's funeral, but instead listened to the funeral mass via a radio his assistant had attached to the officiating priest. After Gustavo's death, Escobar decided to turn himself in, but to stay at La Catedral, a jail of his own making, guarded by his own guards. Since Gustavo died 4 days after President Cesar Gaviria took office, at the time the media and the country in general thought the president had begun his term with an offensive against the narco-terrorists. Gustavo's death triggered a counteroffensive by Escobar that initially destabilized the new president's administration. Gustavo Gaviria's death shattered the operational foundation of the Medellin cartel and marked the beginning of Pablo Escobar's downfall. As the brain behind the business, his absence triggered a chain reaction that the cartel could not survive. Operational collapse of the cartel, financial paralysis. Gaviria managed the entire financial infrastructure, laundered the cash and controlled bank accounts, leaving a chaotic paper trail no one else could fully navigate. Logistical breakdown. He was the chief architect of the smuggling routes and international networks. Without his strategic oversight, shipments became disorganized and highly vulnerable. Loss of the moderate voice. Gaviria acted as the diplomat who maintained crucial alliances with other traffickers, and his death fractured the unity among cartel factions. Psychological and strategic impact on Escobar. Paranoia and isolation. Gaviria was Escobar's only true peer and trusted confidant, and losing him left Escobar deeply isolated, paranoid, and unwilling to trust remaining subordinates. Shift to reckless violence. Gaviria had consistently restrained Escobar's worst impulses. After his death, Escobar abandoned strategic restraint for a wave of desperate, unchecked terrorism, accelerated downfall. The loss of Gaviria's financial genius drained Escobar's resources, directly leading to his eventual surrender to the prison known as La Catedral just 10 months later. Based on the available historical records, Gustavo Gaviria was married and had children, although he kept his family out of the public eye much more than his cousin Pablo Escobar did. If you are new, please kindly support by liking and subscribing to our channel for more educative and historical stories. Thank you.